Oh, it's live. What's up? Hey, this is show 295, man. No, 296. Share a beer 296, and welcome to another show. Um, Want to invite you to join. This is our virtual pub. Pretty much, it's just like having a beer. Um, you know, with me or everybody else that joins in. It's a safe way to have a drink and talk about beer or whatever else you want to talk about, man. Just whatever comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Um, I try to keep it, flexible. I don't want to just talk just about beer. I don't mind, of course, but whoops, let me lower the TV here. But yeah, no, I wanted to welcome you to the show. There's a phone number we have. As soon as my phone reboots, I will read an email that we got. So I'll read that back. We got that right away, actually, last week. So I'll read that right away. We also have so you can email me Joe D Reviews at gmail.com, or you can call and leave a message 505 what is it 886 1514. I think I got that number right. 88. Yeah. It would help if I had the damn number right. No, I'm pretty sure that's it. 886 1514. Because that does sound right. Let's see real quick before I think people start jumping in here. I do have one pretty interesting story. Um, well, at least one. I have a couple, but this one's pretty interesting. The Seattle Seahawks were busted. So you might have heard like the NFL following some of the traveling teams for handing out prescription medications, and the doctors that are with that team are not necessarily licensed in the state that they're handing them out in, right? And apparently they were handing them out like candy and stuff like that. And then, so the government, what FDA or I forget what agency followed some of the teams or met them at these prospective airports right after the games were over Sunday, and then um, busted them. Apparently, there was another investigation going on top of that, and Seattle Seahawks were busted for watering down their beer. Seattle news station KOMO conducted a test of draft beers being sold at CenturyLink Field, home of the Seattle Seahawks, and found that six of the beers were diluted between uh, 0.2% and 0.6%. The stadium's Stella Artois, Bud Light, and Bass Pale Ale, among others, all contain less alcohol by volume than advertised. What makes this especially sad or maddening is that the beers are already priced around $8 or $9 a piece. So, and those of you that know me know that I go to a lot of games, not just football, but I go to other sporting events as well. And for those of you that have gone to sporting events, I don't think it's a big surprise to find out that they're at least slightly watered down. You can see where in a big football stadium, where there's 70 plus thousand people, if even a quarter of those people are getting a beer, watering down a beer 2% or 0.6% can stretch out your money, right? So it can greatly increase your profits, over the volume of the beer you're selling. So that kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? Especially when the beer is already the price of a 12 pack in some cases, for that one beer. So it sucks, man. Um, but not surprising at all because when you get a beer at those stadiums, man, and actually this is the cup from the Lions Cardinals game this past Sunday. It this is a typical. This will cost you $7 uh, for a soda. This is the souvenir cup for the soda. Now you can get a cheaper cup of soda of oh soft drink, right? Sprite or Coke or something. But I always like to get the souvenir cup. It has the teams on it. It has the date of the game. Of course, it tells you Cardinal Stadium, um, well, Phoenix Stadium, and the website. And pretty cool. It always has some like little, you know, images to change on there, kind of like a 3D-ish type cup. But I think it's cool. I get one every game, just one. And oh, and it also has. I have tea in it right now, but it has stuff on the inside too. There's like print on the inside of the cup, so it's kind of a cool cup. It's not just a plain Jane 32-ounce cup. And then it does come with the lid. But yeah, I trashed the lid. But at least you get some sort of value out of that. The beer cups that I've seen are just a plain clear plastic cup that's, yeah, maybe yay tall. I would say 20-ounce cup, maybe 16-ounce cup. Probably a 20-ounce cup, and they're probably giving you a 16-ounce pour. I don't know, but yeah, they are eight or $9, something like that, depending on the beer. Um, and I mean, damn, you can spend a lot of money on beer in that place. Plus they sell the um, aluminum bottles all over the place. And I guess that would be the best way to actually make sure that you're getting your value for the beer you're buying, is to just buy the aluminum bottle, watch the guy crack the lid open, and here's your beer. I think those beers are generally what, mm, seven something, oh, right around $8, something like that, 7.75 or something like that. I don't know, but I always kind of think that's when I do get a beer, it's usually I'm sitting there and the guy is walking by, and I'll buy one of those beers off of him. But oh, hey, Beric, I think I can hear you now, man. But
Hey, there we are.
that's
Woohoo.
hey, Mark.
It finally
Well,
showed up in my stream. I don't know what was going on.
oh,
Must be this cold weather here. It just kind of froze and then.
slowed everything down. Well, I was talking about this one story about the Seahawks. Well, you had your NFL investigation. You might have heard a lot of teams
Oh, into the
this
painkillers and all that
yeah
stuff.
with the painkillers. The who was it? The DEA, not the DEA, was it? It was the
Yeah, it was a
FDA or something
DEA.
like that.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
was it the
DEA.
DEA?
Hey, Bert.
He's having sound issues right now. I
He
don't
is, yeah.
know. But they got busted. A lot of teams, the visiting team, right, got met at the gate, and show us your drugs and so
Uh-huh.
forth. Well, there was also another investigation going on in Seattle about the Seattle Seahawks busted for watering down their beer.
Oh, that's even worse. Now, come on.
That's worse, man. You're affecting
A
me,
little, a
you
little,
know?
a little Xanax or whatever, whatever painkiller. That's fine, but don't water down my beer. Come on,
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
man.
they are watering down. There was a news station in Seattle that tested their beer, and and you're talking common beer: Stella Artois, Bud Light, Bass
How can you
Pale.
water that down anymore? I mean, really?
How do you water down Bud Light, really? And Stella Artois, really? But they're doing it by 0.2% and 0.6%.
Oh, wow.
But still, over the volume that they're selling
Oh,
beer, you
yeah.
can imagine I mean, it's got to be worth it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess so. Yeah. Well, you just think how many kegs of beer do they sell at a game? I don't know. 150? I don't know.
Can you imagine the volume? I would actually like to know the volume of beer that is sold at a game, because I mean I see a lot of people. hammered. I mean, not
Yeah,
just.
yeah. I mean, drinking like lots of $10 beers.
Yeah, they're literally $8 to $9,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah.
And then you can get mixed drinks that are north of that. Um,
Oh, man. That's
yeah,
just, so
literally.
six tenths of 1% they were watering stuff down by.
Yeah,
Wow. So they do
that's
100 kegs. That's like 6 kegs they. No, that's like 1 keg they save. So I don't know. It's got to be some immense amount of beer.
yeah.
Oh man, that's still. I mean, 6 tenths of 1% is still 6 tenths of 1% too much.
Exactly. The beer's already like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and then you're stretching it. You know, and also I was showing everybody that this is the cup from Sunday's game.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
you the Cardinals versus Lions, and this
Uh-huh.
is a typical 32-ounce souvenir cup of for the soda.
All
For
right.
just like a Sprite. That's exactly what I got was a
And how
Sprite.
much was that? A
This
32-ounce
is
Sprite.
this is $7.
Oh, so beer's got to be probably like $10, I
Yeah,
think.
they're $8 to $9 depending on what you get.
Man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I was saying. I didn't know. I don't remember if it's a 16-ounce cup or a 20-ounce cup with maybe like a 16-ounce pour.
Okay, for $9.
Yeah,
Oh, man. You know what that really costs them on the volume? It probably costs them like 40 cents.
you can imagine that Budweiser is giving them a hell of a deal
Oh, yeah.
on the beer that they're putting
Hmm.
out of there. You can just imagine. So the profit, and then if they're watering it down 0.6% a pour, I mean that's
Yeah,
bad, man. You
it
know.
adds up. Yeah. Well, this isn't watered down beer, that's for sure. This is Great Divide Hibernation Ale.
Nice.
Yeah, 10 point, no, 8.7%. Yeah, yeah, it's their winter warmer beer.
Yeah, they're winter warmer. Yeah, I think I've had that before.
Hmm. It's pretty good beer. Pretty good.
Poor Barrick's still not working on
Hmm. I don't know. Oh well, we'll just wait for him to make expressions and.
it. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the wife would love to be on this end where
Yeah,
she's
she's
not
like,
even
"Wow,
got the
he's
camera.
quiet.
Yeah.
I can't hear him." Ah, oh,
Yeah.
there we go. I got an expression out of him. All right.
Exactly. That one said volumes.
He's using sign language.
And that was pretty loud too, wasn't it? I'm like,
Mhm.
man, what the
Yeah, man.
hell?
Woo.
Stop screaming.
Yeah, really. He's got to do it like, low volume. It's
Yeah, low volume.
like
Wow, I
that.
got lower it. I'm gonna have to mute that guy.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, okay, Barrick, using your hands, what's the temperature in sunny South Florida right now?
Oh wow. Yeah, let's see. What's my temperature?
One? Damn cold.
That is cold. That's got to be
Okay, it's like
well.
61 probably. Yeah.
Did you say 49?
What's he doing, chat? Oh, 49. Sweet. 49. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're at like 30 right now, which is really cold for us. So that's definitely hibernation ale is about what I want to do right now is
Hey
hibernate.
Barrick, it's it's a freezing 73 here right now.
73.
Yeah, yeah. You do not want me to open that window and show you what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, mentionable sunshine, I know. Yeah,
You do not want to see all that sunshine out there. It
yeah.
is just.
Hey, just be glad we don't live like in Buffalo. They have 70 inches of snow up there. That's what I saw.
Oh, did you see the story about? As a matter of fact, they're showing it right now on ESPN. The story about the Niagara women's basketball team, and they're stranded on the bus in that snowstorm on I-90.
Yeah, yeah, they
On
were on their way back from Pittsburgh. I guess they must
yeah,
have been done playing the game and they got
yeah,
stuck for 9 or 10 hours or something like that.
yeah,
Hmm. Ah,
yeah. They've been stuck on there since it says 2 a.m. Eastern time this morning.
man,
You
that's a
know?
lot. Yeah, a lot of snow though. I mean, even for them, that's a lot of snow. as fast. You said it was come down like 5 inches an hour or something. I
I mean,
mean,
dude, a couple feet overnight is incredible. I've seen that kind of snow before when I lived up there years
hmm
ago. It is nuts, man. You wake up and there is literally, see, well, I was in the military, so we had the way to remove a lot of that snow out of our way. But still, you wake up and it's like,
yeah,
what the hell, you know?
yeah, yeah. No, we had that several times in Colorado. I mean, you'd go to bed and it'd be kind of getting cold. You wake up 8 hours later and it'd be 2 feet of snow on the ground. You'd be like, what the?
Yeah, it is. It,
Huge.
it blows your mind. So,
Yeah,
I actually feel for in a cheers to that women's Niagara women's basketball team, man.
yeah,
The best of luck to you, man. I don't, hopefully, I'm sure they're not the only ones out there. So,
yeah, yeah,
actually, there could be some of our fans out there that are, stranded, and the best of luck to you, man. I hope everyone makes it through that storm
yeah.
because that's pretty serious. I like to joke around, especially now that it's what did I say? It was
Yeah,
72 or
72. It's
something.
probably 72 and three quarters now. It's dropped. The temperature is dropping. 72 and three quarters.
You know hell, there could be people even watching this show right now on their phone, stuck in that storm. And they're like,
Yeah.
thank-
Rub it in. Yeah, rub it in.
as they can no longer see out of their window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, they're used to big snow up there, but not this much this early.
No one gets used to that kind of snow, man. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like out here, when it's what 500 freaking degrees.
Yeah.
No one gets used to that. You may tolerate it a little bit, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so yeah, you pay one way or another, man. It comes summertime, when you have a $500 a month electric bill, hello,
hmm
you know.
Yeah. It all averages out probably. There we go.
Oh no, Bear thinks I'm joking. No, I am not kidding, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, it went down to 72. No, it's not 73 anymore. Yeah.
Better get out that jacket.
Yeah, no, well, I actually found that designer line of wool tank tops that
Cool.
that Barrick had, and I've invested in that. Yeah, I've got a few of them already, and the wool line thong bikini is getting more comfortable. You know,
Okay. Yeah. It takes a while to get used to it.
yeah, not as
Gotta
much.
get past the itching.
Yeah,
Once you get
yeah.
past the initial itching.
It's kind of like a beard. When you first grow a
Yeah.
beard, you have to get used to the itch, and then it
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah.
it settles in. You get a little bumpage. You get a little bumpage, but uh,
Man.
okay. So tell us about that beer.
Well, I'm not getting any bumpage drinking this beer. That's for sure.
No ingrow hair action.
No, no, no ingrown hair. Just a nice malty mouth feel.
Oh, nice.
I'm driving that snowbound bus right off the road right now.
Yeah. Somehow
I'm
it
driving
found.
it into a drift. There's this huge drift on the side of the road, and we're just going to steer right into the drift.
Oh, that's great.
Uh, that huge malty mouth feel.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit like Chef on South Park. Yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
No, it's a good beer. You get a pack, and this is third. I got a 6 pack on Friday. This is the third one, so
Oh, okay.
it's a good beer. Good winter beer. I'm gonna follow it up with an old Rasputin here too. Put
Ooh,
the
old
put the
Rasputin.
whammy on you guys.
Yeah, I haven't had one of those in a while. Wow, you're into some big beers
Oh, it's
right now.
stout season, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
officially below freezing, man. It's stout season.
yeah. Yeah, dude, it is funny to be. This will be my first winter here for what they call winter, and
Yeah,
um, I think it's winter just because it's in the calendar, right?
yeah. It's so on the calendar. It must be.
Yeah,
Um,
it's Like, no, they said it's winter, really. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
it is funny though. Yeah,
yeah.
some of the things
You'll
are.
get used to it. I still don't. I mean, they complain about it being cold here. I mean, it's 32 right now. Everybody's all bundled up, and I'm like, yeah, it's cold, but it's not cold. I mean, you want cold, Chicago or Colorado in the winter where it's zero. They're talking about it's not going to get above 32 for 18 hours. I'm like, well, how about 18 days?
Yeah.
It's all relative, I guess.
Yeah, I have to admit I'm already getting soft too because I felt like some sort of the wind was blowing last night when I was putting fuel in the truck,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, whoa, what the hell?
It's good.
Maybe it had something to do with because I was wearing shorts.
Yeah, Bermuda shorts.
Hmm.
What's this? Which? Oh, watch your group
Oh
chat.
yeah. I keep trying to go back and forth. I actually am in the group chat right now. I keep trying to go back and forth to the Q&A and group chat.
Yeah, yeah. You can only have one of those open. No questions in the Q&A. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So, there we go. New message in chat.
Oh, there he goes.
Then I can talk. Okay, now I can talk.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was going back and forth because that's the only way he can talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, there was that Seattle. Right now, I just have tea, man. I don't have uh,
You don't have Michelob Amberbach? You done with that one?
actually, I still have like two bottles left or something
Okay.
like
There
that.
you go.
Yeah. But you know what, man? That's not a bad beer, man.
No,
Just
it isn't. It isn't.
it's really not.
It's a good.
It's a pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's comparable to a base Sam Adams kind of specialty beer. I mean, it's not terrible.
yeah,
It's
it's not
it's definitely drinkable. It's not It's craft y.
craft e-ish.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's not. It's definitely not the. Yeah, it's not the best thing you've ever had, but it's not
Yeah,
bad either. I'm not gonna.
it's better than watered down Bud Light at
Oof.
at Seahawks Stadium, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what would they do to Bud Light Ice or Bud Ice Light or whatever they call it?
Yeah.
What
Now,
would
how
they
about
do?
Kalik? How do they don't water that down? That's pure Bahamas craft beer.
It's-
I saw it in Total Wine. I'm gonna have to pick some up. They've got it.
Oh, did you really?
I,
What?
they were selling it by the 12 pack. I don't remember what the price was, but yeah, yep. So it might have to pick some up, put it in the cell, age it for a while. I'm sure it's better after it sits in a bottle. No, drink as soon as you get it.
I was trying to read this story I'm looking at here about the growth of craft beer and spirits. Uh,
Yep. Oh, craft spirits are just going crazy. The whiskey, the vodka.
hmm
I mean, it's crazy. Nano distilleries. You talk about nano breweries. There's nano distilleries now.
Nano
People are just doing small batch whiskeys and vodkas. Those seem to be the two big ones, whiskey and vodka. And
Yeah, because they say wine hasn't gone up as much, but
mhm,
craft beer and the spirits are just shooting through the roof.
mhm,
Um,
yeah. Oh, well, it's amazing. We had there's I posted a couple things on Untapped. It's called Creature Comforts Brewing. They're out of Athens, Georgia. They
mhm.
just opened up the same basic setup as that, kind of a nano brewery, and they just sell kegs. They have a tasting room, I think, and then they do kegs that they have in a few beer bars, and it's really good stuff. But it's a really small brewery. They don't can, they don't bottle. They just do some kegs and then their local tasting room. But they're only a couple months old. It started by two guys, two brothers, it looks like. And that wasn't here 3 months ago. Now it's open and they're doing some really good beer.
I really like it when I go to a craft brewery, a real small little, organically grown, if you will, just
Mm-hmm.
kind of Zach, a craft brewery that's just doing it right, and they have like some craft sodas that they make,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they have a whiskey that they're trying out.
Yeah.
I kind of like sampling all those different things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
It
yeah.
just kind of, because sometimes it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, here's your pale ale. Okay, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, here's your lager. Oh, yeah, that is pretty good. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's just like, so when they have something else, you're like, hey, man, this is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Right on, yeah.
Exactly.
Something else to kind of, because I'm not as knowledgeable about whiskey as you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, oh yeah, cool, right on, yeah, man. This is I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Something else for me to learn and get into, and um, and because I've been getting into whiskeys real slowly.
That's how they got there. Okay, cool. I was just going to the Creature Comforts brewery page, and I was like, well, why are they selling in the Brick Store, which is in Decatur, a beer bar that I go to? Um, the guy's he was a head brewer at Twain's, which is a little brew pub in Decatur, so that makes sense. So he had connections. Yeah, I mean, it's just cool. How they remodeled redid a building in downtown Georgia. Um, they got a tasting room and sweet. Yeah, it's cool. It is. It's just awesome how they can do that, and there's so many of those um, popping up everywhere.
I'm hoping that well, we'll see what happens. I hate to say anything, but I'm hoping that I can get on more of it. There's a chance that they might start two daytime runs, and there's a
Hmm.
small smidgen of a chance I might get one of them.
Yeah, you were saying a few months ago that November was kind of when they reworked the schedule and stuff.
Yeah, they kind of tweak things, and well, we've already done that part, but now, and it's big time union stuff, but
Yeah.
there's a way that the company owes us two more runs, and so they're
Oh.
thinking about putting them on the daytime. So there's a few guys ahead of me.
Yeah. Well, you said, didn't you move up the seniority ladder a little bit by
Yeah, pretty
going out to Phoenix?
yeah, pretty significantly, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that part has been nice, but until you're number one, you
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's
You're closer now.
I am
You can
closer.
see the top, but you're not quite there.
Yeah, you're not
It's
quite
better
there.
than looking at a big fat butt ahead of you on the ladder. Now you can see close to the
Yeah,
top.
yeah. So there's definitely a lot of breathing room, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
um, still there when it comes to certain stuff, there's as long as there's one guy ahead of you, I mean that's all it takes. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
uh, so I'm just crossing my fingers. We'll see what happens.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
They might post something during the day, and what's cool about that for me is instead of having to work Friday night, I could be a typical Monday through
Mm.
Friday guy and do something, Friday night and Saturday morning and all that stuff. Like I can't quite currently do that right now. So
Yeah. 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 That would be
that
good.
that would be the cool thing about that.
Yeah. That
So
would be very good. Now, are you I don't want to get off on the photography thing, but are you I know you posted a couple things on Flickr. Is that stuff that you shot before you went to Phoenix?
some is, yeah, most is.
Okay.
I've only um, done basically one shoot out here so far.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Pat has been in touch with me, but Pat
Oh,
has
cool.
been insanely
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. He's been crazy busy, which is great. But
yeah, it's fantastic for him. So,
yeah.
um, and he has tried to get me in on some stuff, but it's a little tough with my schedule. I work a lot, so it's
Yeah. Yeah.
once Monday hits, it's very hard. Like this show is basically the only thing I have time for today, and that's it, literally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
When this show's over, I get ready for work.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
or a little later, but
Yeah.
still, it's basically well, I'll sleep for maybe an hour, and then I get up and get ready for work. So,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. No, he's been crazy, but and he's coming into the busy. I mean, with with auction season and all that stuff coming up here in the next few months. I mean, he's been doing a lot of stuff just to get things ready for that.
Right, yeah. When you're dealing with cars and those high-end cars like he is as well, once
Yeah,
SEMA starts,
yeah,
this is the beginning of car show season. So you have SEMA, SEMA starts, and then once the LA Auto Show happens, and that's right now actually,
yeah.
once that starts, you're done. You're pretty much that's the car show season is all the way until
Well, like February or March, pretty much, right? Between that and all the auctions and all that, the
heck. I think the car show season's longer than that. I
you
think
might
it,
you might go until May. Yeah.
yeah, because you've got your big ones overseas. You got the big Geneva show. You've
Mm-hmm.
got some big car shows. So once those start, and then you've got the auctions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, just tons and tons of stuff, and then he does a lot of stuff for just private people.
I think he's busier. I mean, I'm just kind of going off of his, messages and that type of stuff. It seems like he's busier this year than he was last year, which is
Oh yeah,
he's got a lot more business and
he's
which
doing some
is
cool stuff, Mark. He's doing some cool shit, man.
yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing some of this stuff because yeah, that
It, re-
is
hats off to him, man. I mean, he's he's pretty much the equivalent of Zach, with
oh yeah, yeah, he is. I mean,
photography.
he's
He's
kind
getting
of
it. He's already been in a ton of auto magazines. I mean, he's
mm-hmm,
there, man. He's living the dream, man.
mm-hmm,
That's it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I wish I could, with photography, I hope for that kind of success.
yeah.
Shooting hot chicks. I mean, it's
Yeah, no, I mean he's got a certain look. His images have a certain it's a
yeah,
very identifiable look. It's
yeah,
that people like. I mean, that's the main thing.
yeah,
You can have whatever look you want, but if people don't like it, you're not going to get business.
yeah.
So he's got a look that people like that's distinctive, and the way he processes the photos, the way he shoots it, yeah. So that's fantastic. It's great to see somebody kind of doing that and going. So.
He's trying to nail down some studio work too. So
Mm.
um, trying to work indoors more too. So
Yeah. Well, I would think, the kind of cars he's shooting, with the owners, the people that are connected in the automotive geek world, basically, he's going to make connections. I mean, and that's probably what's starting to pan out. People that are buying the multi-million dollar cars say, "Hey, I know Bob. He works for the manufacturer, or he works for this or that," and
right,
he's able to start networking and build
exactly.
that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's how that is. And then so and so likes you, and so much of it is okay. You can between just the three of us right here,
Mm-hmm.
we can take a shot, we can shoot. But it's the do I necessarily get along with you or not? And that's
Mm-hmm.
what it comes down to.
Yeah, yeah. They gotta like your work, and they gotta like you as a person too. Because if they may like your work, and they may want to hang your stuff up on their wall, but if they don't like you as a person,
Right.
they're probably not going to recommend you to somebody else they know that can open up some other doors. So it's you've got to be good at what you do, whatever it is, what craft beer, photography, accounting, whatever, and people got to like you too. I mean, you got to be somebody that people can get along with and feel comfortable working with, and that's the secret. You got to have the skills, and you got to have the personality.
From going to the games, I've noticed the photographers that are always there. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And so I kind of make small talk. So I'm hoping to sooner or later, befriend one of these guys and at least and have lunch and or a few beers and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
find out how I can get on the field myself.
Yeah, you need to get
So
yeah, get a couple press passes, that type of thing. Get on for the game because those guys, if they're there every week, they probably have a way to get an additional credential somewhere along the line.
yeah, I've noticed that some of them have helpers.
Okay.
Of course, the TV, of course, the video guys do.
Hmm.
Video guys have someone that carries the camera. You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Those cameras are huge.
And the battery packs and all the stuff that goes along with it
Yeah,
too,
you
man.
do not want to be that guy. That's a young guy's job, actually.
Yeah,
That's,
it is. Yeah.
someone in high school or
Hmm.
college that
Yeah.
can run
Yeah.
and carry something very heavy.
Yeah. Exactly. It can move fast and carry like 50 pounds with them. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
run around.
for hours because that's literally what they do.
Hmm.
With the photographers though, sometimes they'll have a helper, and what it is, it'll be another person with the monopod. Um, you
Maybe
know,
an extra couple lenses and another body or something that they're carrying with them.
right? So they're concentrating, like let's say with their big 400,
Hmm.
um, they're going to concentrate on those shots, and you're going to be right next to them on one side or the other, concentrating on the shots with a 24 to 70, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. The
You know what
close
I'm
up when they
saying?
come right up next to you or that type of thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I have noticed a lot of the patterns between some of these guys. It's funny because sometimes I'll get so distracted with watching the photographers that you know, if there's like a dull point in the game, I'll just be watching what the photographers are doing. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just taking all kinds of mental notes, man. Like, it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome.
Cool.
So,
Yeah. I mean, you're able to go to all the home games now because you're there.
yeah.
So, yeah. Now, have you seen any? I mean, there's Canon and Nikon, but have you seen? Because I read a story somewhere that Sony has really started up the ante as far as a professional support program. Have you started seeing guys out there with Sony, like mirrorless, like A7s and A7Rs and stuff out there?
I've seen what looks like certain now, but see to tell the models, I'm not that good
Mm-hmm.
with those mirrorless cameras. I'm just not
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good enough yet to tell from a distance. Oh, okay, that's probably a such and such. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, if you see a big ass lens on a camera that looks too tiny, that's probably mirrorless. Look at that.
But I have seen, let's if you're talking 20 photographers, there might be a couple.
Yeah, yeah. And I think you're going to see that increase too. I mean,
And they seem to be mostly like, he's gonna just buy a new setup for
yeah,
next.
Merry Christmas. That's Santa. Ask Santa for it. Yeah, new setup.
You know what? You could just buy an iMac and be done.
No, get a Logitech camera,
Yeah,
a Logitech webcam. You can get one for like $40.
yeah, less than that. I wish I could show
Yeah.
you I mean, that's what you're looking at me through is a
And
lot.
I use a Logitech webcam too,
Yeah.
and I don't have a high end. It's just a basic one. Oh, well, yeah, yeah. And I don't know. Well, I'm using the microphone. I'm using a different mic, so which is better than the Logitech one. But it was still only like $30 for the mic.
Yeah,
But
and this is some old Microsoft headset that I'm using.
yeah,
I mean, it doesn't take much, man, as long as you know.
yeah, you just gotta get it to work.
But mine is all connected to a Mac.
Yeah, yeah. Macintosh, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, but it's yeah, but that is if I can get my schedule straight, that's kind of the goal with that, Mark, is to
Yeah,
shoot.
get the schedule
If I
lined
can
up.
get Friday nights off, then I'm hoping I can shoot more high school games and
Yep.
more college games, and then eventually work myself up in there. You know what I'm saying? And get
Oh
them.
yeah. I mean, yeah, well, you've got Arizona State, you got Arizona,
Yeah,
all the high school stuff there. Yeah, you could do it. You could get busy on Friday and Saturdays.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So I have.
Hey, there's Dave.
Hey guys.
Hey, how's it going? So
How's it
what's the
going?
temperature in the Quad Cities right now?
Ooh, good lord.
Ooh, right now it's probably single digits.
Cool.
Um,
Cold, I should say.
yeah, it's cold here. I think coldest day in November 18th in recorded history today.
Sweet. Sucks to be you, but Hey,
I think the previous
congratulations.
high was like 26, and today it got up to like 19 here, which it says it's 19 right now. So
Yeah.
it's not. It was double digits this morning for sure when we went to work. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's cold.
Yeah, that's cold for November. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
yeah, especially for this time of year. December, January, February, that's you get that, but before Thanksgiving, that's a little out of bounds.
Yeah, I think I heard something on the way home today that every state in the United States was below freezing today,
Yeah, they had every state had something below freezing.
even Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah, you're pretty close, man. I mean, we're
Yeah. You're
absolutely.
putting a whammy on the weather right there. Old Rasputin's going to put a
Oh,
whammy on
nice.
the cold weather. 290,
Yeah,
249 at Total Wine for the bottle. So that's a good. Oh, look at this.
How much?
249 for a single bottle.
You just bought one?
I bought one bottle. Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even know who you are.
Oh, I bought 6 packs. I just had a limited budget and I wanted to do like a bunch of beers that I hadn't logged and untapped. I'm trying to increase my beer count and then
Ah, there you go.
so. But look at that thing, man. That is dark as night, man.
Old
That is.
Rasputin's one of them strange beers that you can sometimes you can just.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's it, man. His line froze up.
Put the whammy on them.
The pipeline froze up, man.
Yeah.
That big fancy new pipe he got froze up.
Google froze up.
It's just too cold.
Yeah, cool. Oh, but it's a great beer. I mean, Old Rasputin is year-round. It's brewed year-round. It's available almost everywhere.
Four
And
pack
I've never had a bad one. It's so consistent. And it's not like it's okay. It's a fantastic beer all the time.
all the time. Exactly.
Woo! I unlocked the badge. That's my 100th badge and untapped. Look at that. Woo!
Oh, is it? Oh, we have Bum up there. Hallelujah, Sierra Nevada Celebration Ale is out.
Oh, yes, I did. I saw that in the beer store this weekend.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, same great beer, cool. Yeah, it is. It does have a new label. Yep. Yeah,
Okay. I saw the 12 packs last weekend. I didn't pick one up, but I think I will this weekend or next week. Yeah, it's great. It's a great holiday beer.
oh yeah.
A family over for the holidays. Excuse me, I got to go drink a beer. I didn't drink. I'll celebrate.
Um, Here's a quick little story. Three Ohio beers made Men's Journal's list of world's best beers.
Ooh.
Uh, you have the three Ohio beers on the list are, and I don't know that I've had any of them. Rock Mill Cask Aged Triple from Rock Mill Brewery in Columbus.
Never heard of that. But my brother probably knows that one. Yeah. Cool.
This one sounds interesting, though. I would like to try it. Peanut Butter Cup Coffee Porter from what is this? Willoughby Brewing in what is that? Willoughby? Yeah, from Willoughby, Ohio.
Okay.
Rhinehest Truth from Rhinehest Brewery in
Hmm.
Cincinnati.
Wow. Those sound like really good beers. That
Yeah.
peanut butter coffee porter.
Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh. Oh. Pieces. I mean, that's basically what we're looking at. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one really sounds interesting. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's a Men's Journal put out the 100 best beers in the world list.
Oh, cool.
Um,
You got a link? Put that in the chat room. I'm gonna send
I
that to
will.
my brother because I think he's living in Pittsburgh. He's not too far from Ohio, and Ohio is lots of beer and really cheap compared to Pennsylvania beers. So
Well, there
he
you
he
go.
makes a run up there with a couple of his buddies a few times a year, and they just load up the back of the car with all kinds of beer.
So you have 23 official judge styles.
Cool.
So there's a wide gap. Well, of course, with 100 beers.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool. I'm gonna send my brother that link because
wow, this is really cool. I kind of like the way they did this. It looks like they put pictures of the beer.
Yeah, they do. They have like little thumbnails of all the different beers.
Yeah.
Rochefort 8, which is a very good, that's a good Belgian, very good.
So
Le
it
Freak
looks
by
like
Green Flash.
is their number one, I guess, is this Devil's Backbone Schwarz beer.
Yeah,
The way it's spelled, it must be German.
yeah, Schwarzbier. And you
So
see
it's
there's Black Butte. Black Butte, that's up there.
um
Ugh.
I want to cover this number one on the men's journals list. And don't forget, this is men's. Don't send hate mail my way, man. This is men's journals list. Um,
Reading men's journal or for saying what they say?
no, for saying what they say, I didn't. It was just, it was just the article.
Oh, I can't wait. It shows up in the mailbox tomorrow. I can't wait to read it cover to cover.
Exactly. You never know, though. You might see some of my images in men's journal one of these days.
Hey,
But
that's fun.
let's see. Most American craft beers focus on ales rather than lagers,
Yeah,
for the simple reason that lagers take longer to mature, and the extreme time eats away at breweries' bottom line. Virginia's Devil's Backbone doesn't blink at the time or the investment, and they make absolutely killer lagers of all stripes. A favorite, along with the Vienna lager, is the Schwarzbier.
yep.
Wow, so that's out of obviously Virginia. So I thought it was German, but they just spell it that way, I
Let's see
suppose.
what else they got there. Oh, they got Duvel. It's like number 9.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool that they do all the pictures. That's nice.
well, I think what they realized was they were dealing with beer guys.
And men too.
They're
Show me
like,
a picture. I don't have time to read. Just show me a picture.
that is my kind of top 100 list because it's like, oh, picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's got to be Dave's kind of list too, man, because
Yeah.
but
You
that's
don't
the
want to
way
mince words. You just want to show the picture.
yeah, you see but it actually does help. Instead of just hearing the beer, you're trying to remember, if you've
Yeah.
had it.
Well, it's nice. You can see the bottle. You can see the label. Have
Yeah,
you had Gumball Head, Dave? Or he's not there.
I think he's froze.
He's froze again.
Bikini beer, I haven't even seen that.
Yeah. It's
That
nice.
Fuller's ESB I've seen.
Uh-huh. Yep. That's pretty much everywhere. That's a very good beer. I mean, that's a good ESB, kind of classic ESB style.
Boy, they've got Sierra Nevada Pale Ale way down the list.
Uh-huh. You see, they got let's see, Bourbon County Brand Stout, which is their generic one. The Kaiser from Avery, that's a good one. That's a big one. Yeah, they got some nice ones there.
Oh wait, that's the end of the list. Oh, I screwed up. Let me see.
Allagash Double. Tank 7 Farmhouse Ale, Boulevard Brewing in Kansas City. Very good. Orval, we've got that at like number 25 or 30. That's a good one. Yeah, they've got some good beers. I cannot disagree with this list. I haven't had all of these obviously, but there's lots of good names and some good beers in there.
Yeah, Anchor Porter.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Odell IPA. That's a
Upslope Brown Ale, man. Is that a Colorado beer? I mean, it sounds like
no.
I need to find that one. Yeah, Boulder.
Okay.
Um,
So Blind Pig IPA. They've got that. Two Hearted Ale by Bell's. That's a good one. Sculpin IPA by Ballast Point is a solid beer.
ooh, Lagunitas sucks. They've got that.
Mm-hmm. Yeti. They've got Yeti Imperial Stout. I'd rank it higher than like 60th, but
See, and that's my thing is like some of
yeah,
these beers, the list I would definitely have way up there.
yeah.
But then
Kentucky
again,
Breakfast Stout. Yep.
I haven't had a lot of these beers that they've got on here.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that, it just depends what style you like. I mean, that's gonna Arrogant Bastard. They've got Stone on there. They've got a good mix of beers.
Hey, there's
Moto.
the
Moto.
baby's beer right there, the Kentucky Breakfast Stout.
Mm-hmm.
That's a head of 512 pecan porter.
Yeah.
That sounds like a beer I would like. Mother of all storms. Huh.
Pilsner Urquell. That's one of the best. No, I don't see Old Rasputin. Where's Old Rasputin? They don't know what the hell they're talking about. No Old Rasputin.
I know, man. Right?
This list sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I have had that
They've
beer
got a
malt.
lot of good beers on this list, so I'll I'll give them that. It's top 100 beers. I mean, there's so many good. 20 years ago, top 100 beers would be a little easier, but now there's so many good beers out there. I mean,
Yeah.
you could come up. Everybody could have a top 100 list that would all be full of good beers for the most part. That would be
Yeah.
different from a lot of other people's.
Yeah. See, one of the last beers on their list is Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, man.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. That's a
Really?
I would put that a little farther up because it's one of the older craft beers and it's a solid beer. I would put that in the top 50, I
Yeah.
would think. Just because it's been around for 35 years and it's one of the standby quality beers available everywhere, good
Every,
price, good
yeah.
beer.
I don't remember seeing Fat Tire on there at
No, I didn't see any New Belgium. I saw one Odell's, the Odell IPA. So,
I'm not saying Fat Tire is like the best thing. Maybe it isn't a top 100 beer. Yeah, I guess maybe I'd leave it. There's some yeah. It's like what do you do? There's some beers that are just like okay, this was the gateway beer for a lot of people.
hmm
It's a sessionable beer. Best beer
hmm
you ever had?
I don't know.
Um, I don't know. Sometimes I think we at least in conversation will rank a beer a certain place just because of its rep, right?
Yeah. No,
Like,
I agree. I mean, I think it's is it the best beer because of the ultimate taste and complexity, or do you start having to consider where it fits in the whole world of craft beer? I mean, Fat Tire is a solid beer. It's nothing spectacular, but it's very good, and it has been a gateway craft beer for so many people. I mean,
yeah,
it's one of those beers that almost everybody likes, and it has more flavor than the generic macro type beers. So it gets people introduced to what's possible
hmm
from a beer, and that's important. But yeah, they've got some good stuff on here.
it's at least a conversation starter like what
Oh
we're
yeah,
doing now. It's
it's a
something
good list.
kind of fun, sitting in a
hmm
pub with your boys or with company you enjoy and or you're watching the game or whatever you're doing.
hmm
It's something fun to whip out on your phone and be like, hey man, there's this top 100 list of beers and
Now you've had what a few. Do they do a different version of Black Butte every year, or is it Mirror Pond that's different?
not Black Butte.
No. Okay.
No.
There's one from Deschutes that they do that's a little different every year. I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah. Um, it's
I can't think of it.
I think it's more of a specialty beer, more of not
Mm.
not a seasonal, but just a little more of a specialty beer that's just slightly different. Not
Oh,
one of those not Black Butte for sure.
yeah.
That beer. I'm sure now you could say, well, some people are going to get into that. Well, I don't know. I remember it used to taste like this, and now it's like this, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Uh,
we did get the now it's an official show. 296 is in the books.
mm-hmm.
We did get the official J Vega 419 malt liquor.
419 malt liquor.
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay. Oh, yep. All right. There we go. Well, I mean, we're good then. I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
So it's an official show
our
now.
life is complete.
Yeah, yeah. We did get the and I gave him the shout out, man. I don't know that I've ever done that.
Malt liquor. That's all he does. He just puts malt liquor, right?
Malt liquor every time, man.
Yeah.
Capital all caps. Yeah.
The Abyss. That's the one, right?
The Abyss. Yep.
Yeah. Reserve Series Stout. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be-
It's to me that. God, I love that beer, man. I love that. I know they had that. What was it? 2009 batch. That's the infamous batch.
yeah, they had the
It was-
spoiled or whatever. Yeah.
And I happened to hell. I posted a video on my bottle that was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because I think at first I tried it, and it was like, well, it's not that. Yeah, no. This
something,
is a
something a little funky going
yeah.
on.
This is a drain pour.
Yeah.
I pretty much kept this for 4 years for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is you don't know till you do that, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the problem. But
Um,
that's also the fun too.
yeah. And I'm looking at their map of all the places it's available. So and they've gone all the way to the East Coast. They go all the way to Pennsylvania, but they leave out Indiana. So they're in Illinois, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, but they're not in the whole Southeast is they're not in.
Oh,
Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, the
is it?
Carolinas and Tennessee and Virginia, done. There's nothing. And Florida.
So it's pretty much a straight Mason-Dixon line
Yeah,
down.
they've got pretty close. So what's
Wow.
up? Yeah, just come on down here to Atlanta. We're fine.
You know what's hilarious, Mark, and you would know way better than I would. It is funny how not just with beer either, just a lot of things in general. It's still that Mason-Dixon line
Yeah,
is
it
still
is.
a huge. I mean, there might as well be a fence there.
Yeah, it is. It is really funny.
It is
Having
still a line.
having lived on both sides of it, and I'll be the first to admit that a lot of areas down here in the South, once you get outside of the city, you definitely it's like pedal faster. I hear banjo music type stuff going on. But the metro areas, Atlanta, Charlotte,
Yeah,
I mean it's half the people are from somewhere else anyway. So
right, right.
I mean it's pretty good. So yeah, just come on down, y'all. You all are welcome here in
Yeah,
Georgia.
welcome, yes.
All y'all's.
Yeah, that's always a lot of fun too, right? Yeah.
It might be just the distributor laws, but no, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just probably a capacity thing. They're like, well, we've got enough capacity for this, and if we get on there, then we got to do Florida, and we got to do Georgia. But they're in Texas. I mean, you got all those big cities in Texas: Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin.
Now, Texas, East Texas and West Texas might as well be different
Oh,
states in
they're
some way.
completely different. Yeah.
But East Texas seems to be kind of that gateway southern state, right?
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay, you want to get into the South? We're gonna test you in East Texas,
Yeah.
and see if we like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get in East Texas. I mean, you're only a few hours away from New Orleans.
Yeah.
A couple hours away, maybe 4 or 5 hours. Memphis. I mean, yeah, East Texas is completely different than so.
It
But
seems like they'll test you in East Texas, and for some reason you might even skip Louisiana, and your next progression might be to Mississippi. We'll let you have a little bit Mississippi and test you there, and then we'll open you up to the rest of the South.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. I'd like to have the shoots here because
Yeah.
they do some good beer. So it's be nice to have them down here in the South.
Yeah, man, I think they are well on their way to being another uh oh shoot, what's that shark beer? The Dogfish Head. I
Hmm.
think they're well on their way to being another Dogfish Head sooner or later, or even as well, at least like a Stone or something.
Hmm.
I think
Well,
they'll be.
they're in a lot of the country. They're in 35 of the 50 states. I mean, they're still not in the far northeast. They're not in New York, Massachusetts, that area. But I mean, the whole West. I mean, pretty much everything west of the Mississippi, they're covered, except for Oklahoma. Um, but that's probably more beer laws than anything in Oklahoma. Oklahoma's still a little weird on the beer.
Yeah, you definitely have that really strong, that's strong Bible Belt.
Oh yeah, that's like one of the buckles of the Bible Belt right there. I mean, that's yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's a good, yeah, because that is, I think if that's not the buckle, I don't know what the hell is, right?
There's a lot of dry counties in Oklahoma, more than you would think. I mean, there's a lot here in Georgia, but Oklahoma you wouldn't think, but there is. There's still a lot of dry counties in
It,
Oklahoma.
and now that we kind of brushed over it, but Texas, as far as dry counties, is ridiculous too.
Yeah, there's
And
probably a lot there too. But it's such a big state.
yeah,
You can have half the state be dry counties, and the other half is still bigger than most other states.
yeah,
But
it does. You'll drive through, the back roads of Texas, and especially like into West Texas and
mhm,
Central Texas, and just all of a sudden you'll come up to an area. It looks like Vegas. I mean, they'll have like lights, and it's bright and flashing and all this stuff, and it's liquor stores.
yeah, because on
Because
the
the
other side of the road is all those poor people who keep going to the liquor store. Yeah,
and there's so many people that drive to that next county that
yeah.
I mean,
So the bottom line is, what's the point of having a dry county? You're just giving up all the tax revenue to your neighbor to the east or whatever. You know?
I never understand it. I
Yeah,
really don't. But
yeah. It's just.
there's someone they just dig their heels in. They could care less. I mean, it's
Mhm.
you ain't doing it here. You know what I'm saying? And hey,
Yeah,
whatever. That's why there's local laws.
yeah, that's
Like
right. I mean, they have that. That's their right. I mean, I think
yeah.
they're wrong, but they have the right to do it. That's fine.
Yeah, I won't live there, but yeah, it's all good.
They want to do it. They want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thanks, Mark. We got
Yeah.
another share a beer 296 in the books.
Four more to go. More to
Four
go.
more to go to the big 300, man.
So next week you're doing one, but I don't think I'll be here next week. That's the week before. Yeah, it's a Tuesday before Thanksgiving, so I will probably I will be absent. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm after that, I'm on my way to 300. 97, the last three. 98, 99, 300.
I'm not sure if I'm going to take off of work for that day. I have to see what happens here because
Oh, for 300. Yeah.
yeah, I was hoping I could, but it's starting to look like I might not be able to.
Okay.
But in any case, I mean, it'll still be cool. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah, yeah. 300 is 300. Yeah. It's monumental at the least.
saying? Yeah, well, thanks again, man, for joining in. I appreciate it as always, Mark. I
Oh
really
yeah, you
appreciate
bet,
it,
man.
man. I want to wish you and yours the best, man, since you won't be here next week. Happy Thanksgiving to
Yeah,
you.
you have a great Thanksgiving too. And
Cheers to all of you that are out there, man. I know sooner or later I'll hear from you guys. If you're out there stuck in the snow, man, or something right now, man, cheers to you. Get home safe. Don't go anywhere if you don't have to, really. I
yeah, I
mean,
mean,
just
just stay at home and drink a beer. I
stay
mean,
home
really,
and drink your beers, man. I mean, stay warm.
out of
That'll
a glass.
in a glass, yeah.
In a
Make sure,
glass.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Um,
Out of the bottle in a glass.
exactly. The number here. Ooh, you know what? Ooh,
Yeah, give out the number, man.
someone, someone left a email, and I forgot to read it. Let me read
Oh,
it. Favorite Russian Imperial Stout and IPA freshness question. Hey Joe D and all, love your share a beer show. I just had a couple of questions for you. One, okay, Mark drinking that Stone IRS
hmm.
makes me want to ask you all, what is your favorite Russian Imperial Stout?
Oh, this one is pretty darn good. Old
Yeah.
Rasputin. That's a one of the favorite like everyday kind of Russian Imperial Stout. The Stone Imperial Russian Stout is fantastic. The other two I would take a look at would be anything from Great Divide, the Yeti series.
Ooh,
They've got
yes.
4 or 5 different varieties of those, and they're all absolutely fantastic.
Hmm.
And you can, if you get a big beer like that, you don't don't feel like you have to drink it right away. You can set it aside for at least a couple years and still be fine with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And yeah, and it's always fun. Sometimes just buy two
Hmm.
and put one away. Have one now and then try that one in a couple years or
Yeah.
even a year.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the fun part about it. The second question is when you go into a store and look for an IPA in bottles or cans, and it's dated when the beer was bottled or canned, what is the oldest it can be for you to still purchase it?
Uh,
And when will you leave it on the shelf?
I would say if it's not an imperial IPA, so if it's less than say 7.5%, something like that. If it's an IPA and you want to drink an IPA, less than 6 months. The fresher, the better.
Yeah.
If it's an imperial IPA, so there might be some other stuff going on besides the hops. You might be able to get a year or so out of it, but you're not going to get that hop, that fresh hop or whatever they're doing is not going to hit you as hard, but you're probably still fine within a year. But most IPAs, the fresher the better. I mean, 6 months or less. If you can drink it within 90 days of being bottled,
Yes.
you're, yeah, you've hit the the ding 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 ding. That's
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
like
Yeah.
the jackpot.
That's what I was gonna say. It's that 4 month thing. Like you want to be within 4 months. For me personally, is my little cutoff point. If it's starting to even hit for an IPA, that is. Now, if it's starting to hit anywheres over that 4 months, I might just look for something else.
Yeah. And
For
if
me
you see any
personally.
dust on an IPA, just walk on by. Just keep walking because that means that's been sitting in their storeroom for a while. And they're like, "Hey, Bob, that IPA has been sitting in the corner. Put it out on the shelf and sell that crap. Don't
Yeah.
buy it. Let that other sucker behind you buy that beer because you don't want to buy it."
But so yeah, I wanted to get that email in there really quick. That was from Sammy in Detroit. I really appreciate it,
Cool.
brother.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sammy.
Thank
Cool.
you for that email. You guys can email me, email the show, jodreviews at gmail.com, and we'll do the same thing for you, man. The phone number is 505-886-1514. You're welcome to leave a message at that number, and we'll try our best to play it back, man. I don't have all the stuff I need to play it back
Yeah. Yeah.
perfectly, but it gets
Joe's still
played
in the
back.
extended stay hotel, so you got to give him a break.
Yeah, yeah, it gets played back, but
No, I see you got a couch back there. Or is that the bed?
no, that it does fold out into a bed, but that's not
Oh,
the bed. Yeah,
wow. So you're like moving on up. You're like the
yeah,
Jeffersons. You're moving up to the east side.
yeah, yeah.
The couch in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're moving up here. Yeah, so it's getting fancier and fancier by the minute. Okay, man. Thanks a lot, brother.
All
We'll
right.
see you. Peace
Yeah.
out, man.
A couple weeks. See you later, man. Bye.